everyone! As most of you probably didn't know, this week is National Women's Health Week. I know, right? Women, health, like who cares? I mean, our government certainly doesn't. Yeah, anyway, I want to get a little uncomfortable for the next couple of minutes here. I want to talk about my vagina. Yeah, and I'm not talking like the whole package here, the vulva, so to speak. I'm talking about that little hole right there that's in between a slightly smaller hole and a slightly larger hole. Now, if you have any questions about that or you need like a visual or anything, just DM me. I'll be sure to clear all that up for you. But I have this condition called vaginismus. And yes, thank you, science. That's a beautiful name, vaginismus. And what vaginismus is the involuntary tightening and spasming of the pelvic floor and the vaginal muscles. And when they tighten, it literally creates a physical wall that you can feel. And let me tell you, this wall is tight. This wall is unbreakable. It is like the Great Wall of China meets the Great Berlin Wall. And, you know, Jericho, who's he? This wall ain't crumbling down. It is tough as a rock. Right? So because of that, it makes any kind of insertion extremely painful. And I'm talking like tampons, pap smears, even a good old-fashioned dick. Yeah, very painful. Imagine every time you go to touch your face, you actually stab yourself in the eye every time. That's what having vaginismus is like. Now, how does vaginismus come to be? Well, there's a lot of different reasons. A lot of people develop it due to anxiety, trauma, past terrible sexual history, sexual assault, endometriosis, bad surgery in the past. Ooh, a super conservative upbringing where you're taught to believe the vagina is a weapon. You know, basic everyday in the life stuff for a woman, you know? In my particular case, I think I developed vaginismus through growing up in a household where we never talked about sex or sexuality or the female body, and in turn, I kind of grew to have this fear of my vagina. I mean, it literally took me years to even be able to put in a tampon. Yeah, that's vaginismus for you. Now, studies show that only about 0.5% of the population worldwide, the female population worldwide, has vaginismus, but I call that a whole load of BS. I mean, think about how many men have erectile dysfunction and how commonly that's talked about and how often you see that in the media. I think the reality is that more women probably have these conditions, but we're trained to believe that it's our problem, and really it's not our fault at all. It's just a physical condition that we have that we can't help. So that's why I wanted to do this little PSA today. Now, if anything that you heard today sounds familiar, just know you are not alone. Vaginismus looks like this, and this, and this, and this, and really any color or look of the rainbow, that's vaginismus for you. Anybody with a vagina can have vaginismus. Now, in honor of National Women's Health Week this week, I want all of you to grab a little encyclopedia, get out your little Googling fingers, and learn about a women's health issue that society has told us is too taboo to talk about.